It's a picturesque scene here in California as USL Championship closes out another week on a lovely Saturday night. Monterey Bay and FC Tulsa go toe-to-toe in a big Western Conference clash. Good evening to all, wherever you may be. With Ricky Lopez-Espin, I am David Gascon. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Ricky, this is a 6-point swing for two teams trying to wrestle themselves into a playoff spot as we look at the updated standings. FC Tulsa on the outside looking in. Meanwhile, Monterey Bay on that 7th line.
It's going to be really interesting for this FC Tulsa side coming off a loss at Colorado Springs. What does the reaction look like for Mario Sanchez? But he got a red card as well, so we'll see. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But for Monterey Bay, you go to Pittsburgh Riverhounds, you take a win at the death. So how do you grow in confidence in front of your home fans?
And looking at what happened with Monterey Bay, a 1-0 victory against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has been wobbly all season long, and you felt like if you're Monterey, you got to capture a W. They did awfully late.
And you just look at the resilience, the opportunistic nature of Buddha. He continues his run. Didn't have a lot of the ball, Monterey Bay, but Frank Gallup, how do you win on the road? You take your chances and you run with it. Off to the corner to celebrate first goal in a Monterey Bay jersey, and Buddha gives them all 3 points on the road.
We've seen some funky goals being scored this season in USL Championship, and Buddha just obviously added to that. With that being said, I'm going to introduce you to Luke Spencer. He's the new acting head coach tonight. Mario Sanchez will be watching with us.
It's going to be very interesting for Luke Spencer, player in this league. So how do you relate to the players on the road? I do think the first 10 to 15 minutes a little bit more pragmatic for this FC Tulsa side, and then you can grow into this game.
For SC Tulsa, Phil Goodrum, you see his productivity last season, 12 goals in 2023. This year, he's not on the same pace. Why?
I do think the service into him, his positioning, you want him to stay high. You want him to do all of his work in around that 18-yard box. A question for Luke Spencer in this FC Tulsa side, what does the service look like into Philip Goodrum, and how clinical can he be?
Coming up on this side, we're going to get you the first touch and the starters. A big 6-point swing coming one way or the other. It's FC Tulsa, Monterey Bay coming up next.
Let's go! I'm about to make my grand entrance.
Do you want to go to the game tonight? Yeah!
Let's go! I am the future, yeah. I am the future, yeah. Let's go. I am the future, yeah. 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 Let's go. I am the future, yeah. I am the
Montage Health, your hometown team.
Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year.
We are back here tonight. Tonight's match brought to you by Signs by Vans with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I am David Gascon. We are live from Seaside, California. And Ricky, we got starters for both sides of the pitch tonight. First off for Monterey Bay, the home side. Who do we got?
4-2-3-1 for Frank Gallup. Baca and Fair, they're going to dictate tempo, and that allows Revelar to go and search the game and fill in the gaps underneath Buddha. You want him to make those runs down the channel, and the work rate from Chewy Enriquez and Alex Dixon need to be very good. When they're pinched, they become narrow, so you let Martinez and More donor come around the corner.
Anthony Siaha getting the nod here tonight. 6-8-4-1 record. Goals against at 128. Save percentage is great, though, at 772. He has 4 clean sheets on the season. On the flip side of things for FC Tulsa, no Mario Sanchez tonight, but they should not miss a beat.
4 in the back, you have Lazo, that single pivot right in front of that back four. So Booth and Stojanovic, that work rate and that balance needs to be very clever as one goes and joins that front 3. The other one needs to be that double pivot next to Lazo. Goodrum's going to stay high. He's going to occupy the center backs. You want him to get on the ball early and often in around that 18-yard box.
Penaranda in net here tonight, getting his second straight start. Johan, this season, 1-1-1 record. The man from Long Beach, New York. Goals against average under 1 at .67, and the save percentage is at .857. It's a gorgeous night here in Seaside, California. Glad you can hang out with us. Temperatures at kickoff here tonight, a comfortable 60 degrees. This match is underway. Monterey Bay right now with a 7-8-4 record heading into tonight's contest, good for 25 points. FC Tulsa still chasing them. They have 17 points at 4-6-5. But again, both these teams in the same conference, so a lot to play for and a potential 6-point swing. See who can strike first, though. FC Tulsa coming off a 1-0 loss to Colorado Springs, losing Mario Sanchez, the head coach, in that match. We had a chance to talk to him earlier this week, Ricky. He was a little miffed, a little ticked off, I guess we could say. He left the restricted area for coaches and staff, and that's what caused him to have red drawn. It happened late in the match against Colorado Springs, and we asked him if you could challenge it. He felt like, yeah, but if I do, at what risk? And so he's getting the night off. I say that in air quotes, but regardless, I gotta imagine he has a great impact on his troops tonight.
Communication between him and Luke Spencer the week leading up to this match. Launch out here, Alex Dixon.
Dixon has quite the motor on him. Dixon so far a couple of goals and 1 helper on the season, making his 16th start in 17 matches for Monterey Bay. Dixon from Bay City, Texas. Sharp and out wide. Back post, that delivery is going to be airmailed, and Buddha trying to get on the board quickly for the home team.
A really clever bit of play from Monterey Bay. It's the inside run from Chuy Enriquez off the shoulder of Dom. Never sees him, no communication, but then it comes down to decision making. His head ups the whole way as Buddha peels off his individual marker. Acrobatic effort up and over the crossbar.
Figured to be a moment where we can get our feet wet, but that wasn't the case for Buddha and company. Trying to get on the board early in this affair. Monterey Bay coming into this contest, goal differential is not great, something that they obviously want to improve on. -5 to be exact. FC Tulsa, a little bit different in nature. Goal differential for them is -9. Tonight's injury report brought to you by Montage Health. And you look at this and you look at where everybody is in at this point in the season, Ricky. Yeah, we're in the middle of July, but a long year, battle of attrition. Who can keep themselves amongst the starters? Those typically the team's last one standing anyway.
Talk about the balance for FC Tulsa. Andrew Booth and Stojanovic cannot get caught on the same side of the field, because if they do, moments just like that, Chuy Enriquez will come narrow and create an overload for Monterey Bay. As one player pinches towards one sideline, you have to stay your ground and stay connected with that middle triangle of Mario Sanchez and Luke Spencer.
Siaha getting the start here tonight. Monterey Bay with that, I don't want to say miracle victory, but it was a gift from Pittsburgh. 1-0 back on July the 6th. We'll have an upcoming date in 2 weeks with Lou City. Fifth minute. A little bit of action for Monterey Bay as Buddha received some service inside the 18, but his shot went upstairs and wide. As they come here on a sharp angle, good stop immediately. Penaranda coming up big there. A sharp angle though to score a goal, but nevertheless the young keeper coming out to quickly challenge and then a fine stop immediately.
A little bit of confusion between Sawahi not having the ability to close down the space and make an action. And that's exactly what Frank Yala loves from Adrian Revelar, the ability to run at opponents in their back line with the pace that he possesses. As he gets to the byline, I do think he makes the wrong decision. You have Buddha peeling off for the cutback.
Now Revelar so far this year, only 1 goal and an assist in 18 matches. Still a long way to go. Donor here, no lift on that. But a chance for Monterey Bay to keep pressure on the attacking third. This is not unique for Monterey Bay, but Siaha coming out is aggressive. They do like to pressure, land in the lop, and kept by Monterey Bay. Had a good first step so far in this contest. Fair. Will keep it. Monterey Bay, though, potential about being overextended in moments. And Philip Goodrum, you know, he's just lurking on the backside. He's on that left wing. We'll see if the ball does come his way. Diallo goes down inside the 18. Our lead official tonight says, fellas, you need to play on. We're not buying any of that. Benjamin Meyer, get a first look at him this evening. Calling the ups and the downs.
Need to be a little bit more decisive if you are Diallo. And as this ball falls kindly to you, you have Philip Goodrum making the run around the corner. You need to put it into his path. As you try to cut back into the interior, there is a little bit of contact, but he goes down far too easily. He's looking for it. It's a good no call from our center referee.
Bradley Bourgeois having a conversation with Meyer. Yeah, if you flail, I feel like the arms when they go, that's a dead giveaway that you're trying to sell something that the official's not going to buy. Revelar did a great job there of keeping possession for the home team.
This is a good no call. There is a little bit of contact from Alex Dix in the right arm, but he goes down far too easily. Diallo does.
Take a swan dive like that into the Pacific Ocean, Ricky. That was just a straight dive. Monterey Bay at home this season with 4 victories, 4-2 and 3. FC Tulsa on the road, under 500, 2-4 and 2. It's the first of 2 encounters between these Western Conference foes. The next time they get together is the final game of the regular season. We know every match matters, but I figure this would be a huge moment as Dixon comes hard charging. Penaranda showing good poise and great alertness to be off his line. Almost a near turnover there for FC Tulsa. Andrew Booth, newly acquired from Miami FC. I can imagine he's happy to get out of Dodge. Changing kits. And an opportunity for him to qualify for the postseason. How hard is it, Ricky, to get familiar with new teammates with an in-season transaction? Not only when you switch conferences, but brand new set of kits that you got to put on.
That's not easy. That's when you're leaning on the players around Andrew Booth to make him feel comfortable. Get him those extra touches. He's going to have a nice little relationship between him and Lazo at the base of the midfield. But as a player as well, you can't try to do too much and prove yourself. Keep things simple, keep the ball moving. Once you get confidence, that's when you can start to express yourself into this FC Tulsa side, but he's going to be a fantastic little pickup for Mario Sanchez and company.
See how he works into the night. 10th minute here. Pacheco lost it. Sprung loose and forward. On the attack, Rebelar, sharp angle to shoot from not only well outside, but didn't have any lift on it, so an easy one to manage for Penaranda.
Love this first pass forward from Alex Dixon. Trying to catch this FC Tulsa side sleeping. We've seen Rebelar, the ability to stretch the game, making those runs off of the shoulder of Bourgeois Sawahi. He's been active for Monterey Bay this far.
I'd be shocked if it happens tonight, but it feels like whenever the ball's near Alex Dixon, it doesn't stick. It just goes, and certainly he goes or his teammates follow.
In every stop of his career, whether it was with the Riverhounds here at Monterey Bay, a player that is always positive in his intent, always wants to play forward, always wants to put the back line that he's playing against under some pressure, can create on his own, can bring players into this game. Reason why Frank Yallop wanted to sign him when he took the job here.
Yeah, always a testament, speed kills. And for Dixon, he is a threat no matter where he's at on the pitch. Dixon with a couple of goals this season. Kai Green volleyed it, but almost played it back to FC Tulsa. Rebelar tripped up. Lazo was able to win it for FC Tulsa, and back they come. We have not said anything about Philip Gooderum outside of the opening couple seconds of the show.
If you're Luke Spencer, the player that you need to get more involved. Or that if you want to find success, you need to find Philip Goodrum for this FC Tulsa side. Not only him, but every player in an away kit, unable to get any sort of rhythm, connect any sort of passes, and mostly one-way traffic for the home side.
Surprised?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You just look at the talent that FC Tulsa has. You want them to get on the ball a little bit and take the game away from Monterey Bay. Frankie Alp's boys have been really comfortable 13 minutes in.
It's not an easy trek, though, to Seaside, California from Tulsa, Oklahoma. A whistle and a foul on the opposite side of the pitch. It looks to be yellow being issued. I beg your pardon, Enriquez picking himself off the deck.
Does seem like Monterey Bay is trying to challenge the right side of FC Tulsa, drawing St. Clair and Sawahi out of position and having vertical runs on the far end of the field.
Not a vulnerable spot here for FC Tulsa, but better not be caught napping. FC Tulsa, they've conceded an awful lot this year. The goal differential at -9. Kai Green with a chip, trying to deliver that ball into a more comfortable area. But unfortunate for him, lands into the lap of Penaranda. FC Tulsa with their concessions this year. Hard to believe, but where they're at in the standings, you get a whole lot more from them. They can flip that goal differential around. Put themselves in a prime spot for a Western Conference playoff bid. But a giveaway here. Back comes Monterey Bay. Baca to Dixon. Alex wants to get it back, does not. Good marking there from Lazo to keep pace with him. And so now Donor has to circle all the way back and recycle this thing. Match just underway. We're in the 15th minute. Glad you can hang out with us from Seaside, California. With Ricky Lopez Espin, I am David Gascon. Middle portion of July. Nothing quite decided yet, but the Western Conference is stacked from top to bottom. So if you make the playoffs, you certainly have earned it out here. Chip and the touch, wide enough angle by Dam. Back comes Monterey Bay in transition. Alert with the counter. Donor looking with his head up all the way, but he doesn't have numbers. That's good transition defense by FC Tulsa. FC Tulsa conceding 26 goals on the year. Fair. Loose chip, Dixon. Dixon with the left foot, tries to sneak it home and cannot. Oh, he was graceful with his attempt, but Alex Dixon, a whisker off the right bar.
But it's clever movement from Dixon because Buddha, he pops in, so he brings out Bourgeois. And that leaves a gap in the back line of FC Tulsa. From outside in, Alex Dixon makes a diagonal run, unable to put it on target, but that pattern of play is something that Frank Yalp wants to see a little bit more, that push and pull mentality higher up the field for Monterey Bay.
Monterey Bay has been the better team in this first half through 16+ minutes. And there's been a lot of energy throughout the stadium for the home team. Dixon has brought his A game early on. Looked like a hold up there. That could be a booking. Buddha, who was held up, looks like the call's going to go against him. Might go back to this and see if he was called for a hook. But nevertheless, we play on. Bourgeois from Cypress, Texas, played his ball at Tulsa.
Yeah.
'18th minute. A lot of guys for FC Tulsa have been quiet, Ricky. It just feels like they're waiting for something to happen, and I'm not sure why.
Just need to see a little bit more of this. If you're Luke Spencer, connecting some passes, get the confidence within the side yet again, and try to shift this Monterey Bay side from left to right. Andrew Booth, Stojanovic are going to be the engines to fill in the gaps underneath Baca and Fair and really test their shape. Been very hopeful. A bit sloppy, to be fair, from the visiting side.
Yeah, they have been choppy from the get-go. And fortunate enough, Alex Dixon didn't bite him. Dixon's had a couple of chances, Buddha as well. But with all that being said, this game can be unfair many a times, and it's scoreless for the time being. A bagel corner kick, first one of the night. Quite the shot from our crew, field level. First corner kick of the match goes to FC Tulsa. It was a dangerous move as Siaha came out. He was upended. Bourgeois was near the 6-yard spot. Transition game here. Buddha on the right wing. Bit too much juggling there from Enriquez.
Just too long. Transition moments, the first thing that is the top priority is decisiveness. You pick up your head, you have 2 runs from Dixon and Buddha. Put the ball into their path. It's a 2v1, it's an overload.
Buddha here. Drive from well out, never had a chance. Competition's heating up this summer on CBS. Sacramento Republic FC looking for revenge against the red-hot Oakland Roots SC squad on Sunday, July 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern. And on August 3rd at 4 p.m., surging Detroit City hosts newcomer Rhode Island. The first time ever as the USL Summer of Soccer continues on the CBS Sports Network. Monterey Bay looking comfortable right now on home ground. Frank Yallop and company have to be encouraged by the start. Now the question is, do you get a payoff? I know at times it can be cliche, but when you feel like you're competing with an inferior team, they still hang around. It's a bad omen as the match continues along, and it's dead even. Buddha continues to mix things up and provide a bit of discomfort. Buddha only playing in his 3rd game of the season for Monterey Bay. Penaranda launches this thing into the middle of the pitch. Turned over, controlled for a brief moment by Enriquez. Enriquez trying to go on the run. Swahi fortunate enough to have that ball land to him as it's given back to Monterey Bay. This could be a foul for Dixon. Is he gonna see yellow? Yep, immediately. Felt like that had merit. Do you agree with the call, Ricky?
I do. Really sloppy from Kai Green. No need to try to play into the pressure. You have to look beyond it into your front line. As you give it into Owen Dom, now you afford him to catch on the break. Not a lot of contact, but yet stopping a transition moment will always get you into the book. Alex Dixon knows exactly what he's doing. Big test for the experienced player in terms of his discipline and positioning for the remainder of this match.
Siaha hasn't been challenged just yet. His true moment in time came just seconds ago. A bobbling act by numerous players, including Kai Green and company. Do you got it? No, me, I got it. Fortunate enough, Siaha didn't pick it up out of the back of his net. Watch this.
A little bit of confusion between Maury Donor as he tries to overcomplicate things and head it back into his path. There's no need to try to get cute. Just clear your lines and get rid of danger.
Buddha behind the back of Enriquez. Buddha, this is a good angle for him to take a shot. Revelar, sharp again. Penaranda alert on it. guess we have a moment. We chatted about it earlier on the match, Ricky, with Mario Sanchez being out tonight. Can you recall the last time a head coach received red for leaving the coach's area?
No.
And I always feel like that's probably a liberal area that you can calculate. Almost the equivalent, if you will, of maybe the batter's box or maybe the coach's box in Major League Baseball. There's that area, but there's really not that area.
Really peculiar. Oh wait, Sanchez sees red for that.
Going against him and obviously having to pay the price.
But yeah, through 25 minutes, probably not the best performance for FC Tulsa. One thing that does matter, it's still 0-0. You found a way to grow yourself into this game and deal with some of the waves of pressure that Monterey Bay has thrown at you.
I guess the biggest question, though, for FC Tulsa right now is why has it been this case? Buddha trying to move some transition against Bourgeois. Enriquez, right-hand side, Dixon. Can be some trouble, but elects not to pull the trigger. And he waits for reinforcements, but the transition game for Tulsa catches up with them. Shocking moment there for Dixon. Move things around the park. Donor. Nice move, loses possession. Pacheco to the attacking third they go. Stojanovic out wide. Goodrum on his horse. Phillip hasn't had much activity here tonight. Potentially flops, but ball depossessed. Monterey Bay trying to counter. They can't just yet. Booth, Lazo, taken away nicely. Good play by Baca. They switch the pitch, and here they come in the transition game. The attacking third for Buddha. He's been all over the map here tonight. Shoulder checked off that ball for a moment. It goes right back to FC Tulsa.
Just seems to break down for Monterey Bay the higher they get up on the field. Too many trying to overcomplicate things, take that extra pass. You want someone to pull the trigger and be ruthless. For Frank Yallop, the side that's only scored 18 times in this 2024 campaign, maybe a little bit more opportunistic higher up the field.
Why do you think that is? Is it something that they are not doing, or is it what FC is doing defensively?
I mean, the moments ago, the ball comes to Alex Dixon. You need to take that first time.
Yeah.
It's your least preferred left foot, but if you don't shoot, you're never going to score. The 3v2, and the ball ends up on the sideline with your left back. Little things like that, taking your chances. But yet, due to injury, Frank Yallop's side has been plagued with losing their number 9s, Archimed, Traeger. The list goes on and on. Chase Boone can throw that as well. So you lose that kind of striker mentality higher up the field, and you're asking Alex Dixon, Buddha, Shui Enriquez, and Reblar to be a number 9, which they're more comfortable playing on wide parts of the field.
But make no mistake about it, it's a moment in time that you can showcase your skills. It should be yellow. Question is, are we going to get it from Benjamin Meyer? I mean, typically the book on this, and see, Ricky, I got to pause for a moment because for Benjamin Meyer, I think that yellow should have been immediate.
100%.
But why wait?
100%. And it's the second time that St. Clair has come in late on Enriquez. That's the first one. To the second foul.
The yellow should happen here.
Right here. That should be a booking immediately. I do think what gets him in trouble is something he said to Benjamin Meyer.
'29th minute that occurs for Sinclair. Man from London, England. He's gonna have something to chew on tomorrow. England and Spain. 2024 Euro Cup coming to a close tomorrow. What do you get your money on, Ricky?
I'm going to go Spain.
Are you really?
Thank the Spanish. Self?
I'm going Spain too.
Okay.
Go Spain for the Euro Cup, and I think I'm going to go Colombia
There you go.
for the Copa America. They just played like dogs the other night, and even playing a man down, they looked impressive.
They
But
did.
you get Argentina and Messi on the other side. It's going to be a thrilling contest, both those matches. And we say all of that because there are question marks now with the United States men's national team too. That's a coaching vacancy. I know that many people from all over the country have been asking, questioning, and curious as to what would happen in the development as 2026 is right around the corner.
A lot of questions at the international level.
But it's natural. Anytime you get into international scene, if something small goes wrong, you know the soccer community acts like the world is just falling apart, right? I mean, it's human nature, especially because these instances, they happen, but in long stretches. So it's not like you have matches week in and week out. So the buildup is what gets it to most fans. And quite frankly, I think that's probably the best part about it, because you get on that big stage, and the smallest thing that can go wrong, it feels like it's a mountain you're going to climb over.
Well, it's also the opportunity.
Yeah.
The summer of soccer, whether it is USL, whether it is Copa America, FIFA World Cup, the World Cup coming in 2026, every little decision matters. So in saying that, the pressure has risen a lot as well.
Rebelar with a hard hit against Pacheco. He goes down, gets right back though. Slipping and falling was Enriquez in the opposite wing. Stojanovic gave it up. See if he gets it back. No. Ball played into the box, removed immediately by Lara. This match has a good flow to it, but there have been chances for Monterey Bay they've been a bit hesitant on, despite the fact the pace has been good. Speaking of the summer of soccer, tune into ESPN2 for USL soccer showdown between a couple of Eastern Conference rivals, Pittsburgh Reaperhounds and Hartford Athletic, as they battle to stay in the race for playoff contention. Saturday, July 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Deuce, ESPN2. Penaranda getting the start here tonight. Signed a short-term contract with FC Tulsa. He was with AC Miami in USL League Two. Previously with Northern Colorado Hailstorm in League One. So he does have some experience, but he continues to climb the professional ladder. See, here's Fair. Fair had a compelling 2023 campaign, 5th most minutes on the team. Dixon, Donor. Donor has started and appeared in every single match for Monterey Bay. Became the club's first ever Ironman last year. Well, he gets taken out there. Ball stays. Well, looked like it was going to stay with Monterey Bay. Not the case. It apparently goes off a donor.
One of the most attack-minded outside backs, Maury Donor. Not need a second invitation. Come and join the attack higher up the field. Quality on both sides for Frank Yallop. Alma Martinez, left footer. So when you play as a winger, you want to come centrally so you can look to combine, but you can also leave some space for those guys to come around and create overloads.
FC Tulsa rolling with their same starters from a week ago against Colorado Springs on the 4th of July. Felt like they should have had a better fate in that match than they did. Mario Sanchez does feel good about this group. Just haven't hit their stride yet. Foul on Booth, and they'll wait for the restart. Rebelar, who got taken out. Make sure you stay with us at the break. Ricky and myself will have first half stats, some highlights. We'll look around USL Championship. Take a look at the upcoming docket of games for both clubs. And the summer of soccer continues across multiple platforms. Bit of an undressing there. No booking, but fans voicing their displeasure. It looked like Martinez there was taken out of the play. Whistle, no foul. Here comes a free kick in a moment or moments.
Had a lot to deal with St. Clair, as whether it is Enriquez, Walma, Martinez. As one stays wide, the other one comes centrally. So now as an outside back, you need to make a decision. Do you stay connected with your back forward? You go out and face one of the individuals, gets caught in no man's land. Now Monterey Bay have a really good opportunity to draw a goal 9 minutes before halftime.
Yeah, it looks like Enriquez will take this. Softly played in, that chip almost found it to Lara. Laura had a great beat on that ball, but he was shielded off nicely and didn't have the proper format to put it in the back of the net.
Fantastic ball in from Enriquez. I do think it pops off the back of Suwahi. With Alex Lara, there's no need to try to generate power, any sort of deflection or redirection, excuse me. The ball's in the back of the net.
Panorama stayed on his line. You a little surprised by that?
If it's in your 6-yard box, you have to come out and get it. I think every goalkeeper will tell you.
Yeah.
The one thing you don't want to happen if you're a goalkeeper is get caught in no man's land. You take one step forward, you freeze, you try to retreat back. Decisiveness is the top priority for any player that plays between the sticks.
You hesitate, you lose. Baca will switch the pitch for Monterey Bay. Fair. 38th minute. Chances have been one way in this contest. It's been all Monterey Bay so far. And I mean all Monterey Bay. Shots are 4-0. And I mean shots total, not shots on goal.
Just no real presence in the center of the park for FC Tulsa. Not seen enough of Stojanovic. Latso has been chasing from touchline to touchline. Andrew Booth unable to play himself into this game. As a result of that, the attack suffers. Pacheco, Goodrum, Diallo showing a little bit of glimpses, but not nearly influential enough for the visiting side.
Yeah, and more to your point, Ricky, the possession rate, 63% for Monterey Bay. And if you're a Monterey Bay fan, you probably feel discouraged if you can't walk away at the end of the first half with a goal. Green here, peel it back. Lara. Sia forced to play it. It's been a solid first half of ball for Monterey Bay. The question is, do they have a payoff? Trying to get creative. Damn, it looks like it goes off of him, and Donor asking for a delay of game. That's not going to be the case. Buddha. This falls onto his spirited right foot. Not the case, though. Swahi able to push it back. Booth trying to find Philip Goodrum. Ball is cut off nicely by Kai Green. Green doesn't get his right foot on that ball. Goodrum's off to the races by his lonesome. Lara gave it away. Newly acquired Andrew Booth. Booth starting the season with Miami FC, formerly of Charleston Battery. So he pivots from the Eastern Conference to the Western Conference. Travel might not be bad for him either. He's pretty much in the middle of the country. Just out front and down. Feels like if it wasn't for Owen Dom, we wouldn't be even talking about many players for FC Tulsa, Ricky. Penaranda there, had to quickly elude. Fast restart, Rebelar. Dixon wants the service back. See what Rebelar dials up here. Baca had an open window. Nice job for FC Tulsa, at least keeping everything in front, nothing behind them. St. Clair trying to push things forward. Pacheco, quick chip. Goodrum on the right-hand side. Is this going to be onside? It appears to be just the case. Siaha comes out, vacates his net. Pacheco looking. Siaha with the right hand gets 1 foot on it, and that ball stays on the goal line and away. Pacheco, Goodrum, Siaha with a fine stop there. Might be your save of the week. At least one of those chances for FC Tulsa. They had done nothing for the entire first half, and then a small flurry there, and Siaha came up large along with the back line.
How that ball does not end up in the back of the net is beyond me. Luke Spencer has to be thinking the same exact thing. Opportunity after opportunity. Last-ditch defending effort for Monterey Bay.
Donor, don't know what he was doing there. So now let's look at the buzz that was for FC Tulsa.
Initially, I did think this was offside from Stojanovic. Really good save from Siaha, and this touch from Pacheco, really clever. Goodrum gets denied not once, but it falls kindly to him again. He hits this really well, to be fair. Fantastic save from Siaha. And we clear our lines in for Monterey Bay. The traffic in front, quick reaction, as Philip Goodrum hits it cleanly. It's a little bit of a glimpse of how explosive this FC Tulsa side can be if you do give them real estate to operate in.
And it looked like Lara was on the back line backing up Siaha. Either way, you got to be sick to your stomach if you're FC Tulsa. He had several cracks at it and couldn't do anything with it. A couple highlights though for Siaha and company.
One thing you can't hope that now, also instill a little bit of confidence within your side to get on the front foot a little bit more as this game progresses.
Gold's Gym gold kick.
Fourth official has not indicated any kind of stoppage time, but the first half has been free-flowing, so I don't know if there would be any. Pacheco doing a good job of holding things up for Donor. Lara was a hero moments ago. Final pivot, Buddha. Dixon just skipped away, trying to sneak one over to Donor on the right wing. Final crack for Monterey Bay. Quick splash here of some added time, but there was none given by the fourth official. And now Benjamin Meyer should blow the first half whistle, and he does. 45 minutes in the books here. FC Tulsa barely had a pulse, but quite frankly, Ricky, I think they probably should have had the lone goal of the opening half.
It's been really interesting back and forth for FC Tulsa, still 0-0. So if you're like Luke Spencer, you can grow in confidence from that. Monterey Bay, a lot of the ball need to be more ruthless and more efficient when you get high up the field, all to play for in this next 45.
Anthony Siaha using his 6'5" frame to make a couple of massive stops against FC Tulsa near the end of the first half, as the first 45 minutes in the books are scoreless. We've reached halftime right now. Stats, highlights, some news and notes, all that and then some coming up next. Monterey Bay and FC Tulsa, their first of two. Right now, fellas are at the break, scoreless. We'll be back.
Coastal Roots Hospitality is a proud partner of the Monterey Bay Football Club. Coastal Roots Events and Catering, along with its 3 iconic restaurants, Montrio, Tarpe's, and Rio Grill, invite you to pick it up and pay it forward, where 10% of all proceeds from takeout orders are donated to various local charities. Their catering service and restaurants utilize local farms, butcheries, and ocean fresh sustainability-driven seafood to deliver unique and exemplary dining experiences. For more information, visit coastalrootshospitality.com.
Are you paying too much for your car insurance? Call Coast Auto Insurance to receive a free quote and see how much you could save. Coast works with over 50 different insurance companies to make sure you get the best rate for your car, motorcycle, home, or business. Coast is a local company with local people. We do vehicle registration, SR22, and insurance for Mexico. Call Coast Auto Insurance today for a free quote and see how much we can save you. Or go to coastautoinsurance.com, where your peace of mind is guaranteed.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Back here at the break, our Intergrist Wealth Management halftime report with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm David Gascon. Ricky, we look at the upcoming menu for Monterey Bay. You see them on the road at Lewis City. That'll be huge, but it doesn't get any easier for them after that, does it?
You welcome Tampa Bay Rowdies, a powerhouse in the Eastern Conference, Birmingham Legion, El Paso Locomotive, and then you go to New Mexico. As it stands, a top team in the Western Conference. Really interesting and an important stretch of games for Frank Yallop and company, but it all starts here at home against FC Tulsa.
And we take a look at FC Tulsa as well. On the road here today before they go back home for a couple of massive games, one of them with Indy 11.
Again, not easy for Mario Sanchez and company in the 11, Memphis, San Antonio, Orange County, New Mexico. You look, how do you pick up points on the road? That's going to be the question for this FC Tulsa side, because if you can do that, then you expect to pick up maximum at home and push yourself high up the table.
Lots still to chew on here. The halftime report. Ricky Lopez-Espin and David Gascon. We step aside for a brief moment. We got the USL Championships goals that saved us a week coming up next. Fellas, take it away.
Ball in. Gill. Wonderstruck in Windsor.
Here is Danny Fernandez. Flicks it towards Richie. Richie shot! Near post saved by Romig. Very well done.
Nice ball centrally, Keegan Tingy. Zach Ryan. It ricochets around and leg it. Oh, brilliant goal. Wesley Leggett with a beautiful touch and finish.
Lawrence White brings it down. White gives it a go! Off the crossbar! Off the fingertips of Sistiego, who pushes it off the bar, and his best save.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes. We want the best. And riding every night. Won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky. Got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I don't care. I paint the town red.
If you can survive this, it's going to make the whole story that much better.
The bright horses are broken free from the fields.
Distance! Oh, what a goal! How about that?
Torres into the near post, into the middle, and back of the net. Phoenix has an early one.
Fred! El Paso lead on the
road. When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Let's go! I'm about to make my grand entrance.
Do you want to go to the game tonight? Yeah!
Let's go! I am the future, yeah. I am the future, yeah. Let's go. I am the future, yeah. I am the future, yeah. Let's go. I am the future, yeah. I am the future, yeah. Let's go. I am the future, yeah. I am the
Montage Health, your hometown team.
We're back at the break. Monterey Bay and FC Tulsa scoreless right now through 45 minutes of play with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm David Gascon. Ricky, summer continues with plenty of soccer, top to bottom. Into July and August we go.
You have your popcorn ready?
I do.
All right, and you're looking at, and once the highlights, Sunday, July 21st, 4 p.m., top right of your screen, Oakland Roots, Sacramento Republic on big CBS. Those two teams always have fantastic matchups, close in proximity, so you always expect a little bit extra. And as you go down your screen, Blue City, they'll host Sacramento Republic, maybe the best team in the Eastern Conference versus maybe, quote-unquote, the best team in the Western Conference. 9 p.m. on ESPN2, August 10th.
You're going to be on that match too, yeah? A couple of these bad boys. Hey, I'm always a popcorn kind of guy when you're on TV, man. It's never a dull moment. Matches this weekend all across the board for USL Championship. Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Is that really them?
5-piece on Oakland Road.
Oh, man.
Coming into that game in a fantastic form. Evan Glinton and Bob Lilly, they were due for that. Birmingham Legion, they took down Colorado Springs Switchbacks, Tampa Bay. A rematch of the 2021 final. Miami FC continued to lose at home, and Indy 11 split a point with Loudoun United.
Upcoming docket of games, Rhode Island a quick test back against Birmingham Legion. Charleston and Miami will go toe-to-toe on Friday. North Carolina and Detroit the same.
Blue Cities, Colorado Springs Switchbacks is going to be very interesting, and Phoenix Rising, they will host a struggling El Paso Locomotive. Phoenix Rising parting ways with Danny Stone. So two teams in a very interesting situation.
Yeah, that's a lot of games for a Friday, but nevertheless, USL Championship has the beat go on. Got highlights and more stuff coming around the corner. Monterey Bay and FC Tulsa. 45 minutes in the books. We're scoreless.
At Integris Wealth Management, we know what it takes to be a good teammate. For 25 years, we've been your trusted ally. We are local and independent. We care for our clients' money as if it were our own. We believe in doing the right thing and work together to find big wins for you. Integris Wealth Management. We turn values into action and champion livelihoods.
Coastal Roots Hospitality is a proud partner of the Monterey Bay Football Club. Coastal Roots Events and Catering, along with its 3 iconic restaurants, Monterey, Tarpe's, and Rio Grill, invite you to pick it up and pay it forward, where 10% of all proceeds from takeout orders are donated to various local charities. Their catering service and restaurants utilize local farms, butcheries, and ocean-fresh, sustainability-driven seafood to deliver unique and exemplary dining experiences. For more information, visit coastalrootshospitality.com.
Back here at the break, Monterey Bay and FC Tulsa, the first of 2 encounters here in 2024. 45 minutes in the books. No shortage of all kinds of highlights, but Ricky, it was an interesting one because FC Tulsa didn't do a lot out of the gates. It was more so for Monterey Bay. Minute number 2, they were working quickly.
And it all came down through wide areas of the field, but just look at the left side of your screen. Buddha, he just pops off the shoulder of St. Clair on the blind side. Acrobatic with a really difficult technique to get your hips around, to put it on target, up and over the crossbar as we progress into this first half. First pass forward from Alex Dixon. Rebler, I thought he was really good with his movement, running the channels and really asking questions of Bourgeois and Swahi playing off the blind side. And in the end, it's a straightforward save for FC Tulsa.
44th minute, things got hairy though for Monterey Bay.
Transition moments as this ball rotates back across. This touch here is really clever from Pacheco, and then just chaos ensues inside the 18-yard box. Philip Gurjum gets one opportunity, and he hits this one really well, to be fair. Half volley, but look at the save, the acrobatics from Siaha. A lot of bodies in front of him. Luke Spencer has to be scratching his head and says, how do we not find the backline net? The numerous of instances that we've had and the opportunities. Philip Gurjum once, Philip Gurjum a second time, but Siaha is there to answer the call.
That's wild. I mean, again, FC Tulsa didn't do a whole heck of a lot in that first half, outside of a 60-second spurt, and they almost had a 1-0 lead.
But yet still 0-0, so you can take some positivity from that if you're Luke Spencer. Now the next step in that progression is getting on the ball a little bit more and pushing that possession number a little bit higher with purpose. For Frank Yallop, a lot of the ball, a lot of the dictating tempo, the speed that you want to play, but now you need to find the back of the net.
You see the possession favored towards Monterey Bay. It's hard to dominate a match for a full 90. They were awfully good in the first half. What do they need to do in the second half to come away with 3 points?
I think just be more ruthless. Right? You get into that final third, have the license to pull the trigger, put the goalkeeper under some more pressure. Very comfortable first half for Panorama and this FC Tulsa side. I do think Buda needs to be more involved. He's shown some glimpses, but how to get him higher up the field and more influential.
For FC Tulsa, a small flurry, certainly not enough. What can they do to capture 3 points on the road?
Just get on the ball. Booth, Stojanovic, Lazo, take the game away from the home side and play this game on your terms. In doing that, you'll slow the game down, you'll start to open up gaps, and Philip Goodrum will come within.
Do you think they played passive in the first half?
It just seemed like they didn't have really personality to connect passes, no fight. Maybe woke up a little bit in that second 45 or the latter part of this first 45. How do they start the second half is going to be really important for Luke Spencer and company.
Monterey Bay moving from right to left, FC Tulsa from left to right. Again, this is the first match of 2 for the Western Conference foes. They get together again at the end of the regular season, the final act for both these clubs. October the 26th, to be exact. Chip nicely played across. Getting bumped off the ball was Martinez by Andrew Booth. That's a veteran move by Andrew. FC Tulsa didn't get a lot from anybody in that opening half. Goodrum had those 2 cracks at target. Owen Dom, the other one that's been busy for FC Tulsa, but FC Tulsa needs a whole lot more in the middle of the park, especially from Stojanovic and Pacheco. But again, all is not lost. And you're deadlocked with the opposition. Lazo, St. Clair playing on a yellow. Picked that up for displaying some frustration with the official. Diallo here. Diallo only rubbed out by Martinez. Didn't look like he had an idea of where he wanted to go with that ball. Fortunate enough it does stay with FC Tulsa.
Better from Diallo, forcing the issue. Now you test Alex Lawler to come off his line and rotate over. Something we have not seen from FC Tulsa.
Lopped against Siaha, alertly on it. Swahi thought about making life difficult for Siaha, but that ball had way too much hang time for anyone with FC Tulsa to get underneath it. Kai Green, not sure where he was going with that ball. Donor was like 5 feet out of bounds. St. Clair. .49th minute here in the second half. No changes for either side to begin this half, but would imagine a few do come. Enriquez, good fight in him. Martinez places this back to Lara. Lara, one of the major reasons why this match is scoreless. Got a good look at Rebelar, who played well in the opening half, had some quality chances. So this man here, Alex Dixon. Everything was in favor of Monterey Bay. Numbers went their way. Shots, possession, chances. Philip Goodrum trying to stick things away from Lara, and Goodrum a little upset though with that call being against him, a foul being called. A little disgust. I think there's a pretty decent argument to be had.
Just a bit too casual from their center back, Lara. It's to be expected from Philip Goodrum. That's right, it's the initial action from Lara. A handful of the jerseys should be going back the other way.
Well, off the pace from last year. 12 goals a season ago. Last year he didn't start the year off on fire either. He woke up late. Goodrum was nearly tackled. Philip voicing some displeasure, and now he's a little curious as to the inclination of Benjamin Meyer to slow things down twice. Philip is known to run a little hot though.
Always rides that line, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's just enough to get under your skin.
First minute. Nothing dramatic yet. Buda had a chance in the first couple of minutes for Monterey Bay to crack this game open. And his shot went sailing over the net. Speaking of the man, Buda trying to elude two defenders. Buda trying to twist and turn. Buda takes the shot, blocked on the way through. Buda had plenty of jump in the first half. Trying to duplicate it here. Enriquez, can he fight to get that ball in? No. Quick touch with Andrew Booth. Booth last year had scored 6 goals and 4 assists with Charleston Battery. Oddly enough, he scored the first goal of the year for Miami FC. But that was it. St. Clair, they're going to serve one up. Harvey will just slow things down now. Lazo. Pacheco. Lazo asking for delivery. Ball was just played over to St. Clair, who'll run to it. You mentioned, Ricky, that FC Tulsa didn't play with much personality in the first half. I feel like in half number 2, even though they have possession, they don't have a real idea and presence to really want to go with the ball.
But more importantly now, they're taking the game away from Monterey Bay.
Yeah.
They're slowing the game down. The game is not as open and vertical the way that Frank Yalp wants his side to play. For Luke Spencer, defensive structure being more compact and stepping in unison was probably into the talk at halftime. It's been a good reaction.
Ball's carrying around. Goodrum. He gets taken out. They'll go right back to FC Tulsa. Goodrum asking for a delay of game here. Benjamin Meyer getting a tongue lashing from Goodrum on numerous occasions here tonight. See where Diallo places this ball. 55th minute. Might be the best moment on a set piece for FC Tulsa tonight. Diallo. No real presence with that ball. Buddha in the transition game. And it's a foot race. Donor on the right-hand side takes a spill. Good play on the recovery, though, from Dom. Ball stays with Monterey Bay. While we get a moment, select the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest select products, specials, and more. Select the player's choice. Expected goals just about even right now for each side. Through Buddha, trying to chip it back to Enriquez. Rebelar, nice bit of dribbling. Rebelar takes a shot. Not screaming for the back of the net, though. And it goes back to FC Tulsa.
He's seen more comfortable playing as a withdrawn attacker. His ability to face the game, face the goal, and go and search the game. A play that Frank Yallop speaks very highly of. Even Rebelar, a little bit of skill, but unable to put it on target.
See the sun continuing to set in the West Coast. Tell you what, I was in Boise last week, Ricky. Sun set on the 4th of July at 10:19 p.m.
Must be nice.
Oh, it's crazy. But can you imagine? Because you're with friends and family.
The best.
But you have all the young kids that are waiting for the fireworks, and they're out of gas at that time. Advantage parents. Shot on goal is going to be airmailed. Good chance by Enriquez, but too much lift on it. Could you imagine that, though, if you're up in Alaska? I mean, you get no time for fireworks. Coaching staff, Frank Yallop and company, looking on. Their next date is with Lou City, July the 27th, while FC Tulsa will square off with Memphis. Goodrum looking for some help. Diallo on the right-hand side. Does he have a crease? Puts it into the box. Quickly moved away. Buddha here in transition. Almost lassoed around. Buddha don't care, though. Buddha, can he get it to himself? No. A whistle, and it looks like a yellow card is going to be delivered. Ricky, these are moments that I do think are important for officials when they see and feel the game, that they don't slow down the traction of the attacking club. And I think Benjamin Meyer identified that right away with the run from Buddha.
My question is, it does seem like he showed the yellow to Bourgeois. It was Swahi that made the play on Buddha. As we take a second look at it, Buddha does really well. He turns, and that's a foul. But as you play advantage, don't really see why Bourgeois goes into the book. It is on Swahi, excuse me. Moments ago, Buddha had a similar opportunity. Tried to overcomplicate it as he was shown to plant his left foot. He tried to cut it back. You need him just to take what the defender's giving you. Be a little bit more decisive, more ruthless and efficient. Big opportunity for Buddha to get his second goal from Monterey Bay here at home.
I guess the question now is, with that yellow card being delivered, the location of this free kick, why does it come here and not at midfield? It's interesting.
Yeah, this should be further back.
Baca, slow header.
And then I'd also argue that if you do play advantage, the advantage was played. You shouldn't have stopped the game. On a dead ball, that's when you book Swahi.
These are the questions we shall ask in the good night.
Number 3, Alexis Swahi of Tulsa.
Swahi with the yellow card.
Other side, if you're on Monterey Bay, you have to understand St. Clair and Swahi are both on a yellow card. So for Luke Spencer, 2 out of your back 4 have seen bookings. You test them, you go at them, and you really put some pressure on our center referee to make any sort of silly mistake and get an advantage.
Two-thirds of the way home. Monterey Bay have had chances. FC Tulsa had a minute's worth of opportunities. And that's not hyperbole. Might be a little bit embellishing. That's been pretty much it. Martinez the opposite way. Baca. Enrique is here from Redwood City, California. Not wide, Buddha. Nice chip, the delivery just a little bit too tall. Martinez has to put that ball the opposite way in no man's land. And here comes FC Tulsa. It's a slow transition for the road team, but Pacheco on the run. Kai Green disrupts it. That was about the slowest transition fast break chance I've seen in quite a while for a team.
The quality was lacking as well from Philo Goodrum. You expect him to push the tempo a little bit higher. 3v2, you go at Kai Green, you make him engage, and that's when you play into the path of Pacheco. You play a little bit early now at the advantage to the center back. Comes across, cuts down the angle.
Ooh, Diallo's got a crease here. Takes the shot, Sia with a good stop, no rebound.
Left footer that plays on the right-hand side, so always going to try to come centrally on his preferred right foot, left foot. He hits it well, has eyes for that top corner. Flawless positioning from Siaha. Great touch.
Tough to beat from that kind of distance, given the fact that Siaha's got that range. Again, 6'5" and 218. He is a monster between the pipes for Monterey Bay, and he's got an athletic frame to him too.
Second time in about 2 minutes now, Monterey Bay has elected to play wide. So if you are Enriquez, Dixon, Buda, Reblar, if one of you find yourself in a wide area, the other players around you need to come centrally and crash the goal. That's when you miss a true out-and-out number 9, a presence in that inside the 18-yard box. That's a handball.
Should be a handball. Look like some potential dribbling with a hand.
Watch the right arm of Alex Lara right there. Away from his body, makes a play on the ball. It's a good call from a referee.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on Sirius XM 157, the new Sirius XM app. That could have been a foul right there. Stojanovic got bumped off the ball. Bourgeois. '64th minute. FC Tulsa still not going away. Dixon. Alertly coming out. Penaranda provides that to a fan about 3 rows up. Fair. Quick bleeder. Dixon just could not settle it. Ooh, the chip. Left bar. St. Clair misjudged it. Bodies colliding near us. Diallo at 5'11", bit of a size advantage. Martinez. Want to serve it up, should get it back and does. Martinez, that looks like a handball, nothing called. We should be able to look at that again, but anything but natural.
It's the left arm of Lazo, clear as day. Denies his ball to come back across, makes himself bigger. FC Tulsa get away with one here.
Baca. Softly played in the left-hand corner, but again, Enriquez couldn't get underneath it in time. Fastly, Monterey Bay working. No changes for either club yet. We're in the 66th minute. Buddha back on the run. No chance. Feels like the longer this game goes being scoreless, Ricky, the more that FC Tulsa grows in confidence.
100%. The longer game is 0-0, favors the wayside. Yosef looking to come on, getting final instructions from Luke Spencer.
How would you grade Luke tonight?
Been impressed.
Yeah?
Been impressed. Took a little bit for his side to get going, but whatever he said at halftime really struck a chord. Completely different team on the ball. Defensively, a lot more compact.
Revelar leading the charge. Gave it up, but he had all kinds of real estate. Quick touch, Revelar gets it back. Enriquez, the chip looking for Buddha, misplaced again. Dixon, slight hesitation. Donor again, back post, nobody around for Monterey Bay, and their fans are a bit livid with that effort. And quite frankly, we're a bit mystified by these attempts by Monterey Bay. Andrew Booth down now, take a break. These concepts for Monterey Bay, Ricky, are lacking precision.
When you talk about not having a number 9, as this ball rotates over, just watch Shui, Enriquez, and Revelar. They're both asking for this cutback ball. No one's crashing near post, far post, top of the box. It's only Moby Fair, and that's your center midfielder. He's in beyond all 3 attacking players. So yes, you can have the cutback ball, but you need a presence slashing across that near post, because what that'll do, that'll pull out one body from FC Tulsa to open up a run for a secondary runner. Makes life very easy for Bourgeois and Sawahi just to organize if there's no presence in their 18-yard box.
Yeah, that's back to your point, not having a true 9 out there really is inflicting on the lack of killer punch for Monterey Bay.
And it's those little types of movements that you're so accustomed to. And that's why if you're Moridoni, you pick up your head, you see I have no numbers. Let me just flick it onto the back post and see if someone arrives late. Then the same story for about 70 minutes for Frank Yallop.
See when Booth got a bit messed up. Well, you hate seeing a player go low with an injury.
Come right back here at Cardinale Stadium, where Tampa Bay Rowdies will take on your Monterey Bay Union FC. For more information, head to MontereyBayFC.com.
See if Booth's night's over with.
Or download the app.
Was a contact injury. Appears to be okay. FC Tulsa 17 points, 4-6-5. Monterey Bay with 25, 7-8-4. Monterey Bay has fared well at home, though. Only 2 losses on the season at home.
BBSI substitute. Coming out of the match, number 7, Andrew Booth.
Booth will depart.
Going in, number 63, Sebastian Sanchez for Tulsa.
Just announced Sebastian Sanchez comes in.
Also coming out of the match for number 6, Babakar Diallo for Tulsa. Going into the match, number 63.
I'm waiting for these changes. Yosef coming in as well. Diallo being replaced.
For NBFC coming out of the match, number 19, Chuy Enriquez. Substituting in, number 9, Tristan Traeger.
Traeger comes in as well, just announced. So 9 in, 19 out.
Oh, you have Traeger, 6 goals on the season, a focal point to play off of. He's going to run through the center of that front line. Something that has been lacking for Monterey Bay. To see him back. Missed some time due to injury, excuse me.
Yeah, making his 15th appearance of the season. Started in 10 matches. Six goals this year. He had 6 last year with Charleston.
On the other side for FC Tulsa, Yosef will come in on this right-hand side. He's a player that has pace to run in beyond. Really stretch this Monterey Bay back line. How quickly can he get up the tempo? That's going to be a big talking point for Luke Spencer because he's shown he has quality to break this game open.
So Chuy Enriquez's night is over with. Green was well up front. Ball not controlled though by FC Tulsa. They go on the approach. Yosef and Sanchez, the 2 replacements. First 2 changes for FC Tulsa tonight. Diallo and Booth, the replacements. Monterey Bay going to be off for a couple weeks. At Lou City on the road on the 27th of July. FC Tulsa returns home. They'll welcome in Memphis. July the 20th, next Saturday. Goodrum quickly back-to-back fouls, and finally it does come, the inevitable. As it say, he is shown yellow in the 74th minute. I promise you Goodrum and Benjamin Meyer are not best friends after this match is over with. But I would not be surprised if Meyer has a dream or two about Goodrum chirping in his face during his dreams tonight. Bourgeois will just let Penaranda come in. Bourgeois, who's fared well. Martinez, Baca, Buda. Nice move by Buda. Quick pivot, has a guy all the way on the right-hand side. Penaranda comes out alertly and wipes it away. It's a dime by Buddha. No trouble brewing, not yet. Martinez will settle things down. Softly lobbed in, the header goes the opposite way. Monterey Bay is going to hold for possession until that foul being called against Traeger.
Just watch the run from Tristan Traeger. He pulls out at center backside, opens up the pass for Alex Dixon. And Aranda comes off his line so quickly, cuts down the angle, makes himself big. Terrific goalkeeping. Really good action for Monterey Bay.
Haven't seen that jump from Dixon in quite a while.
I think Alex Dixon, much like Adrian Rebler, are at their best when they're facing their attacking goal. Able to run off of teammates and fill in the gaps and try to unbalance opposing back lines. You're nitpicking Buddha. You pull that away from the goalkeeper just a little bit, not enough. A little bit too much weight.
Take a look at Penaranda again, but from the after effects of that stop.
Tries to chip it up and over. Takes a rough landing. That right shoulder, it seems.
Came up quickly, though. Willing to bet he'll stay into this match. Post-game show following the conclusion of this contest. We'll have full-time stats and highlights. And just as I suspected, Penaranda not leaving anywhere. Changing of fate for FC Tulsa. Good stop by Sia. The second big, though, on that right-hand side is shanked wide. Goodrum and company. Heavy attack there. Stojanovic, his first bright moment of the contest. Did not pick a corner, though.
3 goals, 1 assist on the season for Stojanovic. Has shown he does have the quality to find the back of the net straight at Siaha. Straightforward save for the goalkeeper for Monterey Bay.
Tough night at the office in FC Tulsa. Martinez. Telegraph pass, fortunate enough that wasn't intercepted. Donor, delivery wide, finds though. Buddha trying to go short side, it was blocked on the way through. Everyone behind the net for Monterey Bay thought it was in the net, not the case.
As Tristan Traeger comes onto this field, he essentially requires so much attention, so that leaves the space on the far post. St. Clair Doesn't know much about it, but does just enough to block this shot from Buddha. Close range, gets a hold of it. You'd think you'd find the back of the net. Last-ditch defending effort from the right back for FC Tulsa.
Bago corner kick. Martinez here, the best delivery, but he gets it back. Nobody in navy blue for Monterey Bay. Buddha, slippery. Play not good enough though, as Swahi was able to eliminate Martinez there. Back quickly. Goodger McGinn in the middle of all this, trying to restart everything as fast as possible.
Signs by Van, yellow card issued to number 10, Rafael Baca.
Baca there, the guilty party in the 82nd minute. Looks like we're trekking our way towards scoreless 90, Ricky. Choppier here in the second half than the first.
A real flow in the second 45 minutes. Set pieces can be the difference. Very easy. It's so tightly contested to lose your focus, mentally tune out. How tight this Western Conference is in the USL Championship. Find margins and be the difference.
Look like we'll have some more changes. We'll play it through, and Sia, I think, lost that ball through some bodies. And Yosa trying to work quickly on this. Substitution coming. Camilo Ponce going to enter the contest for Pacheco. Buddha trying to work quickly on this throw-in. St. Clair will recover it. Baca gonna have to be careful with that. He's already playing on a yellow card. He just got a minute ago. '85th minute. We'll get you the man of the match, the conclusion of this one. Opposite end of the pitch, near bicycle kick. Siaha will climb up right in front of Yosef. Things have certainly quieted down for Monterey Bay. A jumpy first half. 9 shots to 8 in favor of Monterey Bay. Dixon softly played across and intercepted. A concept there, and Lara bowls over Goodrum. Goodrum again with the body language, displaying some clear frustrations. Sinclair, Goodrum. Not much you can do on that touch.
Yeah, that ball needs to be in the ground to Philip Goodrum. There is a window just to punch it into his feet as he try to overcomplicate it and lift it. I'm asking Philip Goodrum to do a lot. His first touch is good, but it gives the space for Baca to come across and deny a shot on target. Little things like that have been prevalent in this match from both sides, making the wrong decision.
Ooh, Goodrum nearly there on the spot. For as well as Monterey Bay has played, there have been some delicate moments that they almost got stung by there. Fans here cheering on Monterey Bay, trying to get them a W. FC Tulsa content with 1, but they feel like they could steal 3. Sinclair. Yosef is around, but no loft to that service. Bad turnover. Dixon, left-hand side for Buddha. Lots of real estate. Buddha trying to operate into the middle. Telegraph that, though.
Yet again. Doing everything to not to try to play with his left foot. Buddha. Great pick out.
Good delivery. Baca here, he takes a shot. Slow dribble. That should be a spot. And it should be, as everyone looking right now, the officials have not said anything. And a little bit of disgust, but Bourgeois and company, no real argument here. Yes, there are times and places for everything, but Benjamin Meyer is not going to get this moment wrong.
The question is Tristan Traeger in an offside position when this ball comes across? But there is a lot of contact from Bourgeois. Hands over his shoulders, he brings him down, but it's really clever from the number 9. Gets the right body position between him, individual marker. Felt anything was always going to go down. Bourgeois concedes a pen, and he finds himself in the book.
Yeah, the yellow card here is a costly one. And for Monterey Bay, a golden opportunity here. Buddha.
It's the left arm of Bourgeois. Pulls down Tristan Traeger. You see the jersey clearly pulled as Buddha stands over it. Trying to go back-to-back games with a goal.
Buddha looking for his 2nd goal of the season. Siaha so far this year, 2 for 4 on penalties. Or beg your pardon, Penarada. Beg your pardon on that. But Buddha trying to seal the deal here. Massive, because obviously this is 3 points in the bag for Monterey Bay. And they felt like the better club tonight.
The fourth official has indicated 6 minutes of stoppage.
6 minutes of stoppage time. But Buddha trying to deliver it into the sweet spot. Buddha takes a shot. Great stop. Penaranda kicks out the left boot. That's your USL Championship save of the week. No doubt about it. Buddha there, the high riser. Penaranda being mobbed by his teammates, bailing out Bourgeois. Large.
Just never really seemed confident, Buddha. As you elect to go down the middle, you have to take something off of it. You cannot hit it with enough pace, because if you do, it's the outstretched arm from Penaranda. That does just enough. That's a fantastic save. Big bear claw to keep this thing 0-0 in the 91st minute.
Wow. We've seen some awesome saves on penalties, but that might be the highlight of the year for Penaranda. Pierce Galloway going to come in. Feels like even though this match is now into some added time, Ricky, it's been longer than what it's been played. A couple players have been removed from each side, substitutions anyway. Andrew Booth substituted out. Traeger came in for Monterey Bay. Sanchez, Yosef for FC Tulsa. Scratching and clawing, but tripping over that ball was Lazo. Poor pass, picked off. Lazo directing some traffic. Yosef on the right wing. Martinez there just to give him something to think about on a potential giveaway. Buddha looking for a reprieve. Slow saucering pass, left-footed strike by Traeger, deflected on the way through. Shots now 12-8 in favor of Monterey Bay. Possession 61% to 39. In favor of Monterey Bay. Penaranda came up with a massive stop against Buddha. And stoppage time here for the second half. And Monterey Bay has worked hard tonight. Should they decide to fall to a scoreless draw, I'd say FC Tulsa probably earned it more so than Monterey Bay did. Buddha here, out wide, right-hand side, nope. He had Traeger on that right wing, but never had a chance to feed it to him. Baca looking. Ball goes ricocheting away. Martinez want to give it back. Congestion. Buddha. It's a shot rip, but that thing never had a chance. What are you thinking there, Ricky, if you're Buddha?
It's just trying to overcomplicate it. There's been so many times that the back line for FC Tulsa has been baiting him to play on his left foot, pull the trigger from distance. But as he's preferred and stronger, obviously with his right foot, always trying to cut centrally into traffic. And it's really difficult to beat a goalkeeper from that distance with enough bodies in front of you. It does seem a lot more comfortable when he plays in the wide parts of the field. So now he has the ability to go at his marker, yet hasn't been able to get going in the final third. Buddha.
Last-ditch effort here for Green. A miss hit. Feels like just a matter of moments. There will not be a counter for FC Tulsa, but a valiant effort on the road for them just to capture a point. And for Monterey Bay, Ricky, I think they're going to look back at the tape and think we should have had a lot more than what we gave here tonight. 1 point's nice, but 3 probably should have been the more predicted measure for them. Regardless, this thing ends in a scoreless draw.
Frustration for Frank Yallop. 2 points that have dropped here at home, by far the better side. But if you're Luke Spencer and FC Tulsa, you survived, you took a point, and you go back to Oklahoma. Fantastic match and fantastic effort from the visiting side.
Tonight's man of the match presented by Golden Memorial. What do we got tonight?
Has to be Siaha. Clean sheet, never easy against a team in FC Tulsa that scores a lot of goals. Fantastic and well-deserved of the Golden Memorial man of the match for Anthony Siaha.
Yeah, Siaha, 5 stops tonight, recording that clean sheet. He is our man of the match presented by Golden Memorial. And for Siaha, his 5th clean sheet of the year. Monterey Bay, FC Tulsa, they'll get together at the end of the season. First encounter though, match ends in a scoreless draw.
At Integris Wealth Management, we know what it takes to be a good teammate. For 25 years, we've been your trusted ally. We are local and independent. We care for our clients' money as if it were our own. We believe in doing the right thing and work together to find big wins for you. Integris Wealth Management. We turn values into action and champion livelihoods.
See Anthony Siaha picking up his 5th clean sheet of the season for Monterey Bay. Made a couple of dandy stops in the opening half. Match ends in a scoreless draw with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm David Gascon. Ricky, look at the full-time highlights in this thing. Didn't have a lot of madness, but there were some big spurts from both squads.
Let's start with deep in that first half. FC Tulsa's best opportunity. Stojanovic gets on the end of it. Siaha makes the initial save. Big bear call to push us away from Pacheco. Philip Goodrum gets 2 cracks. And he hits this one really well. lot of bodies. That's a reaction save from Seattle. Stands his position, stands his ground, and denies FC Tulsa the goal going into halftime. Let's take another look at it. Two really good opportunities for Philip Goodrum, who sits on 3 goals this season yet again. Half volley, hits it well. Better save from Seattle. We walk into halftime, 0-0. Right after the break, 62nd minute. Again, FC Tulsa, Diallo started to grow into this game. Left footer on the right-hand side, so always going to come centrally. Straightforward save for Seahawk. 15 plus remaining, 75th minute. Good players in around that 18-yard box. St. Clair, I thought, was really good, especially on a yellow card. Doesn't know much about it as he turns his back, but does just enough to deny Buddha the opening goal. You see the passion, you see the excitement on the back line, and you thought this was going to be the game. Trigger gets pulled down for Bourgeois, the left arm, clear pen, no question whatsoever. Buddha just never seemed confident in his run-up and his approach to this thing. If you elect to go down the middle, you have to take a little bit off it because this happens. Athletic save, big bear claw, and we end this game 0-0, sharing the points.
Yeah, so for Monterey Bay, they improved to 7-8-5, good for 26 points. FC Tulsa now improves to 4-6-6. They have 18 points, so no 6-point swing. Each team getting a point here apiece. On the road we go again. FC Tulsa back home against Memphis 901. And 1 week from now, Monterey Bay travels to Lou City in a couple weeks. But then I'll do it here. Ricky Lopez Espin, I'm David Gaskin. Hope you enjoy this one. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.